Edit with me and see how you can quickly make your writing more concise. But first, let's rotate. Here we go. You know the drill. Oh my gosh. Oh, you did it. I'm so proud of you. Here is the paragraph we will be looking at today. Again, you will see that there are not exactly any grammar, spelling, or punctuation errors, but there is still a lot that an editor can do. First, let's look at a light-handed edit. And here we are. In the middle, you can see the suggested edits that I've made to make some cuts, and this is what it would look like if you accepted all of those suggested changes. These are some really common ones I see all the time. There were that, cut all that, and just leave the sentence as is. 6 dogs were at the park is much more concise than there were 6 dogs that were at the park. I nodded my head yes, as opposed to what, nodding your foot no? Of course, you always nod your head and it always means yes, so you can just do I nodded. And here, by it is another thing to look out for. Instead of by studying dog behavior, it allowed me to, simply studying dog behavior allowed me to. Easy as that. For a heavier edit, more of a content edit, the sort of thing that I specialize in, you would see all of these things, yes, but you'd also see some comments. So here's some comments that I've added. Describe the dogs. What are they doing? Where are they in relation to you and Sarah? This, from Sarah, this sentence is telling. It'd be better if you showed her reaction. Maybe she's uncomfortable. Also, I suggest writing out the dialogue. And finally here, I suggest you describe the behavior you see and what it means. If the author were to take all of that advice, it might come out something like this. You can pause to read that if you like. Here's the whole thing just so you can see. The yellow is the original. Here is a small light-handed edit, the edits and then the resolved edits. These are where the comments would be for a larger content edit, and this is the ultimate result if you were to take all of that advice. Obviously, different authors would take that advice in different ways, but this is one way that it could have ended up. And rotate back with me. Here we go. Yes, good job. Editing is more than correcting punctuation, grammar, and spelling. In fact, as a content editor, I usually don't do much of that. In a light-handed fixing edit, we are tuning up the words, making it clear, concise, and easier and more fun to read. In a more intense improving edit, like the content edit later down on the page, we are making it better. We are asking the author to add in more best practices writing, like show don't tell, like descriptions. We're asking them to add in dialogue, more information, etc. There's a big discrepancy between what people think editing is and what editing really could be. Some authors don't want a heavy edit, some authors do. Personally, I would suggest getting one. After all, you can always reject any suggestions that you get. And the best editors are writers themselves, and they know what to do with your book. It's their job after all. As I said in my last editing video, try not to get hung up on the little changes I made and instead take this as a learning opportunity that editing is much more than